Getting ready to paint to help seal the wood, brighten it up in here. So I've been painting the inside of our storage shed. That's the first coat. It's a 10 by 12. I'll be doing the floor also with some porch and floor paint. I decided to do it white to make it bright in here. I am applying the second coat on this wall. So that looks a lot better. Not that it matters, it's a storage shed. Should I have sprayed it? Yes, especially since the roof, it's a barn roof, has all these nails and it's plywood, and getting the paint down in all that is difficult. So yes, I should have sprayed it, but that would mean I would have to actually buy a sprayer and learn how to use it. So I am painting it by hand. Okay, I wanted to show you the tools that I'm using to paint the plywood in the storage shed. You know, plywood has all these wood pieces that are glued together, so you have all these little tiny holes. So what I found works best, since I don't have a sprayer, is a big fluffy roller. So you press it in, paint it like you're painting a wall. It will drip, FYI. Get all the paint in there as good as you can. Once I have a good amount of paint on the wall, I then take a small foam roller, a little bit of paint on it, and start working it into the holes. With some of the leftover paint, paint the studs. I find the foam rollers work better than the furrier kinds, the regular paint rollers. I also use an angled brush to get into the corners and along the edges. Now I'm also going to paint the floor with porch and floor paint. I don't know if that's a good idea. I've never painted the inside of our shed before. But I wanted to paint it nice, bright, you know, for our storage stuff. This is the second coat of semi-gloss water-based paint. And so I'm edging in the floor. Let's see. So that when I paint it, I can use an extension on my roller and not have to be on my hands and knees. although I like to be up really close to my painting job, so I may do that anyway. But I'm edging in about 2 inches around the whole side. This could maybe use a third coat, but it is a storage shed, and this is my 3rd gallon of paint. I have painted the roof, the entire thing, so it has taken a lot of paint. It's been a lot of work. A sprayer would have, of course, been better, but I don't have one. And like I said, I like to be up close to my work, so I don't mind doing this. The only issue for us has been that all of our stuff is out on the lawn, where it's been for 3 days. So I'm finishing this up today so our stuff can get put back in, and we'll have a nice bright shed. 2 coats of paint are on all the walls and the roof, or the ceiling. I keep saying roof, it's the ceiling. This is the issue with plywood, is that my plywood is that these nails from the roof come through. I tried to bend them over. Hubby said he wouldn't do that. I said, well, I'd like to, but of course I couldn't. So I had to paint around them, and you get wood chips everywhere. So some of the wood chips fell to the ground. I've now swept everything. There are our leftover wood chips. Swept it with the kitchen broom, and I'm going to use a shop broom to get into all the little grooves and put a coat of paint, porch and floor paint on here. Hopefully get 2 on today so we can get our things back in the shed tomorrow, because we're expecting a little bit of rain tomorrow evening. This is the roller. When I was talking about a fluffy roller, it already has paint on it. This is when my clothes look like this. I am going to try this on the floor. Not certain if that's what's going to work, but I'm going to try this one. I have my floor and porch paint in my pan. Ooh, that's nice. That easier to paint when you can put pressure on your roller. This is the handle to the kitchen broom that I have attached, screws into a paint handle. Oh, that's nice coverage. I decided to go around all the edges. Whoops. All the edges. You can see how messy of a painter I am. All the edges of the shed, of the floor. And now I'm working on the center part. done, 3/4 of the way done. I'm gonna refill my paint pan and finish up. So the first coat on the floor took about 1/2 gallon. I'm going to use my smaller roller to edge along there, even though I need to repaint that red anyway. I don't want to get much white on it. So that is really good coverage. I will do at least one more coat. It won't need an entire 1/2 gallon to do the second coat. Here is the can that I have covered up, porch and patio and floor paint. And the brand, I think, is Behr. Yeah, Behr. And it is in ultra white. Here's my ultra pure white. I've started the second coat of paint on the floor of the shed, and you can probably see it in here, how the walls look a little gray, even though that's white. The floor paint is called Ultra Pure White, and it really does look different. So I went and painted close to the edge, and on the right here, not super well, but just a little, because you could really tell the difference before I did that. So I painted along the edge again with the floor paint before I started putting on this second coat. And I'm only doing 2 coats. It will take most of the gallon. I might have about 1/4 of the gallon left when I'm done. The second coat of paint on the walls, ceiling, and floor made a huge difference. I'm happy I used floor and porch paint on the floor. It will be more durable than regular interior paint. Here is our shed with everything organized and put back in its place. Our goal is to keep it that way. If you plan to paint the inside of your shed, I think you'll be pleased at how much it brightens up the entire area. For more pictures of the process, head on over to myperpetualproject.com. Thanks for watching.